Good morning, everyone. My name is Mordia Raisha, and today I would like to explain about the terms in exporting and importing goods by any kinds of sending goods. It can be by sea, it can be by road, or it can be by air. So we go to the subtopic that we would like to discuss today. This is the subtopic because the topic is about the terms in import and export. The first subtopic is terms used in import. The second one is terms used in export. And the third one is terms used in both. All right, we go to the first subtopic that we would like to discuss today. Terms used in import. You know what is import? Import actually is a business activity that usually sending goods from one country to another country. For example, like from Canada to Indonesia. So it's called an import. And the objective of import is completing the goods that not or less available in Indonesia. So we go to the terms that we found in module. This is the list of the terms. The first one is about the custom area. So custom area is about the area, geographical area that under the control of the custom authority, which means this area have inspection under government. And the second one, we have custom clearance. This is actually, we already know that custom clearance is a document or process of getting permission to import the goods. So it can be formed as like the document. And licensing issuing agencies is a part of the document that we usually use when we are going to sending or importing goods. Yes. And next we have Directorate General of Custom and Excise. This is the author or the government, the agency responsible to custom administration, which is they are someone who inspecting all the documents, all the goods that we are importing from the outside. And they are processing the goods, the document, as same as the regulation in Indonesia. And we also have custom service management entrepreneurs, which is business authorized to assist with custom clearance procedures. So this is like a part of the custom and excise, and they are used to assist with the custom clearance procedures. And we have PIP, or likely refers to pemberitahuan impor barang, or notice of the import goods, a document required for importing goods into Indonesia. So PIP is quite big, same like custom clearance, but PIP is specific to Indonesia. And we also have PTKI, or Indonesia Custom Tariff Book, which is an Indonesia government publication containing HS codes for goods imported or exported from Indonesia. PTKI is about tariff or the specific codes for the goods that being processed in the import and export. And then we have EHTN, or ASEAN Harmonized Tariff Nomenclature. That means that a system for classifying traded goods used by member countries of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, which is AHTN, sometimes used for a free entering between the ASEAN country. So that's why there is a AHTN when we are importing or exporting a goods from the ASEAN area or from the country that still included in ASEAN members. And we go to the second topic, which is terms used in export. Export is the reverse of the import, which is export is a activity that we when we are sending a goods from our country to another country, like from Indonesia to Canada, that's called an export. The purpose of export itself is it can be used as the way to increasing our country revenue to our country, so it can be like public no not public a business relation between Indonesia and another country, and it can be used as from collaboration, or it can be used as a networking from Indonesia. And this is a terms that I found in the module. The first one is use good, which means that previously owned items, that these items is second hand from the original one. But this goods it still can be used from the others. And the second one is national security. This refers to the protection of country from the threats, which is important because if one country we don't have national security, it will be dangerous, and there are many risks and many chaos if there is no national security. One of the example of the national security is GGCE, like what I explained before in the import terms. That one is the part of national security. And then we have psychotropics, which is drugs that affect the mind and behavior. Well, actually, not all people know psychotropics, and they cannot comparing between the psychotropics and narcotics, which is actually it's same, but psychotropics is more affect the mind and behavior. And we also have HHS code. The previously on the harmonized system code is an internationally standardized system of classifying goods for custom and statistical purpose item. So HS code is harmonized system code that have a standard for classifying the goods custom and statistical purpose item when we are exporting a goods to another country. So yes. And we have Indonesia National Single Window, or a government agency that facilitates trade procedures by simplifying document management for export and import. So INSW is a document, but it's simplified because sometimes when we are want to importing or exporting, that needs a lot of document that need to be processed, they need to be sent to the another country or to our country. So it used to simplify to make easier when we are want to processing the process of export or import. And also we have hazardous and toxic waste, or B3 waste. It means that waste is that harmful to human health and the environment. So hazardous and toxic waste or B3 waste is goods that are dangerous, that harmful for the environment or human health. So sometimes these kinds of goods is need more caution, need more attention from the. And the next we will have list of the terms that is still on the export. We have PEB, or a document used to notify the authorities of goods to be exported from a country. So this is a document that notifies the authorities to process the sending of goods, so they not have the difficulties when they are on the way to sending a goods. And then we have harmonized system, or EHS, that an internationally standardized system for classifying the traded goods, which is need to be categorizing, that can be used for classifying the goods more structural, more easy to find or easy to manage. And then we have subheading. Subheading is our additional text which may be optionally added to a subject heading to make it more specific. So actually subheading is a part of harmonized system, and subheading usually it's containing a code like the number mixed with the alphabet. So subheading is a tag for naming the goods. And then we have free trade agreement, an agreement between two or more countries to reduce or eliminate tariffs and other trade barriers. So like what I said before in INWS, free trade agreement is an agreement between a country. Then they have an agreement to have free passing process without tariff. And then we also have tariff line, an individual line item in a custom tariff schedule that specifies the SH code, description of goods, and applicable to the rate. And then we also have INSW portal, an online system integrated with INSW that allows users to submit data, process information, and obtain decisions related to custom clearance and releasing goods, which means this INSW portal is a system that can be filled by the exporter. So the staff in the warehouse or in the port will help the exporter to fill this system, so they can sending the goods actually. And then this is the last one, the terms used in export and import, the both of the wait this is the list of the terms. The first one is prohibited goods. These are goods that are completely banned from being imported or is exported. Usually these prohibited goods is containing something that cannot be sent, like knife, like gun, or something that is dangerous or harmful. And then we have restricted goods. These are goods that can be imported or exported, but only with special permission or license. It can also be a gun, a knife, a shooter, like that. And then under the inspection of the authorities or the policies that guarding the goods. And I'm sorry, I would like to revise the prohibited goods, because prohibited goods is like the chemical something dangerous, or the goods that are not allowed to be in one country. So that's one is prohibited goods. That's all from me. Thank you for explaining. Thank you for listening. And then see you next time.